Welcome back to the first episode of Season 2 of Started at the Bottom, where we will be aiming for back-to-back promotions. After winning the National League North last season, we will be aiming for promotion once again. This time, it'll be for entry into the Football League. In the last episode, I did mention the squad being a little bit short of numbers after certain players' contract expiries, and also our loan players returning to their parent clubs. So we have managed to bring in one or two reinforcements, which I'll go through before our first pre-season game at home to Hungerford. We have managed to bring in a 6'6" goalkeeper by the name of Oliver River. He spent last season at Basingstoke keeping 10 clean sheets in 33 appearances. We have also brought in a young attacking midfielder by the name of Casfry Jones. He won't be expected to play every game, however, he will provide some decent cover for Fraser Harper as the season goes on. As you remember last season, towards the end, especially playing every 3 days due to the cups, the players were getting extremely tired, so we will have to swap them out throughout the season. We have also brought in a versatile defensive midfielder by the name of Will Flint. He spent last season in the National League with Gateshead, playing 19 times. He can also fill in at right back and centre back if necessary, but he will be primarily played as a defensive midfielder. We have also brought in a young winger by the name of Rico Kennedy. He can operate on both wings. He's in on a non-contract. We will review it throughout the season, and if he does well enough, he will be given a permanent contract. He was released from QPR at the end of the season, so we're delighted to have Rico in at the club. We have also brought in a centre-back by the name of Cole McGee. Again, on a non-contract, however, I'm pretty confident that we will make this guy permanent. His stats look good. And he also did play a game for Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship last season. So we will see how he gets on, but I'm more than confident that he's going to be a success at the club. And finally, another young player brought in on a non-contract, a player by the name of Brogan Matthews. He did play 28 times for Dartford last season, so he'll be in providing cover at defensive midfield for Williams and Flint. We will be aiming to bring a few more transfers in before the start of the season. As you can see, the quality of squad depth isn't exactly great. A couple of 1 stars, 1.5 stars. So we will need to bring 1 or 2 more players in. However, if we don't manage to do so, I do feel there's enough quality in the squad that we are more than capable of challenging for promotion. So with all the squad news out the way, we are going to dive straight into our first pre-season fixture at home to Hungerford. And this is the team we've decided to go with. In goals, we've got the 6'6" goalkeeper, Oliver River. Right back will be Dan Meredith. Centre back will be Archie Crowther and Bailey Berry. Left back, D'Amico Burton. A first start for defensive midfielder Will Flint alongside Ewan Williams. Our 3 attacking midfielders will be Miro Pais, Fraser Harper and the youngster Rico Kennedy. And finally, up front will be Owen Farmer. We do have a few new ones on the bench as well. We've got Cole McGee, Casfry Jones and Brogan Matthews all on the bench. They will get a game, likely in the second half. So with that being said, let's jump straight into our first pre-season fixture at home to Hungerford. And it's Leamington that gets us underway. It's been a pretty poor start by Leamington so far. Burton now with the throw in. Chucks it to the youngster Rico Kennedy. Flint out wide to Burton, who puts the ball in the box towards Baez. He lets it run. Pulls it back to Meredith, back to Miro Baez. Fraser Harper now. Baez once more, and he strikes it over the crossbar. That's better from Leamington. Crowther heads it to Williams. Plays the ball long to Kennedy. Can he find a cross? He cuts inside on his right foot, and it's a debut goal for Rico Kennedy. Great ball by Williams. Excellently brought down by Kennedy. Cuts inside onto his right foot and slots it into the far corner. A great start from the youngster. 1-0 to Leamington. Well, we get the first chance to see the new goalkeeper in action. No, it's headed away. Fraser Harper now plays the ball long towards Farmer. He's going to get there first, but he's brought down by Redknapp. And it's a free kick to Leamington. Miro Paez to take. Plays it short to Kennedy once more. Off to Flint, who strikes it just over the crossbar. First touches for Oliver River. Rolls the ball out to Crowther. Plays the ball long once more to Rico Kennedy. Great take. Runs out the defence. Plays it inside to Farmer, who slots it into the empty net. And this is an excellent first game for Rico Kennedy. A goal and assist to his name. Pretty comprehensive first half for Leamington there. Started off very average, but grew into the game. The lead at the break, 2-0, thanks to goals from Rico Kennedy and Owen Farmer. They will be making some changes at half-time. They are going to swap the whole team around, minus the wingers, because they don't have any wingers on the bench. Brady's going to come on for Oliver River. Kirk's going to come on at right back for Dan Meredith. Deacon and McGee in central defence. The youngster Chander is going to come on at left back for Burton. A first start for Matthews in midfield. He's going to come on for Flint. And Carr's going to come on for Williams. Casfry Jones going into attacking midfield. And finally, Martin Friday is going to replace Owen Farmer up front. Chanda plays the ball forward to the brilliant Rico Kennedy. Comes all the way back to Deacon. To Kirk. Plays the ball forward to Miro Pais. Cuts inside on his left foot, and he does find the far corner thanks to a deflection. Scorelines now: Leamington 3, Hungerford 0. Brilliant take from Pais. Takes on the defender. Cuts inside on his left foot. And with the help of a deflection, it does find the far corner. 3-0. It was always a game that Leamington were expected to win, but it's more about getting the new players gelled in with the older players. As Miro Pais has the ball now. Fry Jones, inside to Matthews. Friday, Pais, great ball to Kennedy, and he finds the net once more. A brace on his debut, but it's been disallowed. He did stray just offside. But he is having a great debut. Salah with the ball. Crosses it in, headed away by Chanda. Falls to Bailey Jones. Plays it to Squire. Stevenson from distance, and it's just over Breery's crossbar. Kirk now with the ball. Pais inside to Matthews. He tried to find Friday, but misjudges the pass. Squire plays the ball long. He cuts inside, he has a go, and he's put it just wide of the post. Been a little fall off of quality in this second half. Just to be expected with the squad depth. Thankfully, the job was done in the first half. One minute of stoppage time. And there goes the full-time whistle. First game of pre-season. Leamington 3, Hungerford 0. We are just about to jump into our second pre-season game of the season against Worthing. But before then, we have been busy in the transfer market and have completed the signings of a few more players for the upcoming season. We'll start with this signing here. We signed a player by the name of Hayden Carson, a 20-year-old left-back. Played 26 times for Chester last season. So he's going to be a great addition to the squad. We've also signed a young defensive midfielder who can fill in at centre-back by the name of Ethan McLaughlin. He played 33 times for Bury last season. We've picked him up on a free transfer after he was released by them at the end of the season. Another free signing, this time a left winger by the name of Joshua Phillips. I think this will be our starting left winger for the season. He looks very good. He was released by Luton at the end of the season, making 5 appearances for them in the Championship. We've also brought in a player to provide cover for Miro Pais by the name of Callum Edwards, 20-year-old right winger. He played 17 times last season, 11 for Southport and 6 for Marine. Again, looks as though he's got some great stats there, so he'll fill in nicely for Miro Paes when he gets tired. And finally, I'd like to welcome back Callum Perry after a very successful loan period last season with us, where he played 38 times, scoring 3 goals. He was released from his contract from Coventry, so we're delighted to have picked him up on a free transfer. And it's Owen Farmer that gets us underway away at Worthing United. Only change from the 11 that started the previous pre-season fixture is Callum Perry, who's going to be the captain for the season, comes into the starting lineup with Bailey Berry dropping to the bench. And it's Rico Kennedy now with the ball, plays it out wide to Meredith. Good ball in towards Farmer. Plays it inside to Flint. Burton has a go, and that's an excellent stop from Main and out for the Leamington corner. Miro Paes to take. Headed away by Turner, only as far as Farmer. Paes once more. And the linesman's flag goes up. Paes just offside there. Kick straight to Flint, who knocks it to Kennedy. Williams onto Farmer. Miro Paes to Williams. Paes. Harper cuts inside and has a go, and that's another excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Great football from Leamington. Worthing knocking the ball around nicely. Collins to Price. Inside to Talbot. Intercepted by Rico Kennedy, though. He's driving at the defence. Can he go all the way? He has a go from distance, and it's just over the crossbar. Another very promising start to the game by Rico Kennedy. Good tackle by Meredith. Crowther now plays the ball long towards Harper. Intercepted, but Flint heads it back to Harper. Burton coming down the left. Plays it into Kennedy, who has a go, and another excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Miro Paes picks it up, plays it inside to Meredith. Williams onto Flint, who has a go, and another excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Flint's having a great time in that midfield today. It looks like an excellent signing. Rico Kennedy now. Plays it to Harper. To Farmer. Tackled, but Williams picks it up. Plays it back to Harper. Good football from Leamington. Miro Paes. Harper plays it through to Rico Kennedy, and this time he does find the back of the net. But the linesman once again has his flag up, and it's another disallowed goal by Kennedy. Williams now with the ball. Plays it to Dan Meredith on the right. He's driving at the fullback. Can he go all the way? He has a go, and another excellent stop from the Worthing goalkeeper. It's been all Leamington this half. They just can't find the back of the net. Burton plays it to Kennedy. Kennedy cuts inside. Can he find a shot? Plays it to Miro Paes. To the byline. Plays it to Flint on the edge of the area, back to Kennedy, and it's blocked and cleared away. Meredith picks the ball up. Crowther goes long to Miro Pais, but it's intercepted by Morgan and out for a throw-in. Meredith plays the ball into Miro Pais to Flint on the edge of the area. Burton has a go from distance, and it's just over the crossbar. Main to take the goal kick. He's had a great game so far. Kennedy heads it to Farmer. Great ball to Pais out on the right. Plays the ball into the box towards Farmer and headed away. Pais picks it up. He has a go from distance, and what a finish that is. Left-footed from the edge of the area. Driven in low. Hits the bottom of the post and into the back of the net. Brilliant finish from Miro Pais. It was going to take something special to beat this goalkeeper today, and there it is. Leamington finally get the breakthrough. Leamington 1, Worthing 0. Ball played to Farmer, who knocks it down well for Harper. He just couldn't find the return ball to Farmer. Great ball from the goalkeeper. Brays in one-on-one, and that's a good stop by Oliver River. The first chance to see what he can do. And there goes the half-time whistle. That Miro Pais goal, the difference between the two teams. Leamington with 24 shots on goal. Just can't find that big lead at the moment, with the Worthing goalkeeper Main having an excellent game. As we do the usual, swapping the team. Brady comes on for River. Kirk again going right back for Meredith. Bailey Berry and McGee coming in for Crowther and Perry. First appearance for Carson at left back. Matthews and the new boy McLaughlin go into defensive midfield. A first game for Edwards on the right. Casfry Jones for Harper. A first game for Phillips on the left wing, and finally Martin Friday for Owen Farmer. As Worthing get us underway. First touches for Carson at left back. Great ball to Phillips on the left, as he has his first opportunity to run at the defence. He's found his way into the box. He has a go, and he's found the back of the net. What a start to his career. Brilliant ball from Carson down the wing. Phillips picks it up, and he just finds the space to run at. He just kept going. Left-footed into the far corner, and it's Leamington 2, Worthing 0. He's been on the pitch for less than a minute. Brady rolls the ball out to McGee. Carson plays the ball forward once more. Casfry Jones. On to Martin Friday. Edwards now with a chance to have a go, and he does, and he puts it just wide of the post. Hawkins plays the ball forward. McGee intercepts. But Graham gets there ahead of Carson as he comes into the box, and they should really have found the back of the net there. It was a great tackle in defence and put out for a corner. Brady now with the ball. Rolled out to Berry. Kirk. Fried Jones knocks it out to Edwards. A good run by Edwards, but the strike flies over the crossbar. Kirk plays the ball forward to Edwards once more. Chance to run at the fullback, and he does, and he cuts inside. Can he find a shot? He can, and that's another excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Brilliant play by Edwards. And it remains 2-0. Graham now with the ball. Plays it to Massey. Talbot. Coleman to Wilmot. And it's intercepted. Martin Friday now with the ball at the halfway line. Good ball forward to Fried Jones. Can he get a shot away? Plays it inside to Phillips, who has his second. Brilliant stuff. Martin Friday knocked the ball forward, and I thought Fried Jones was going to have an effort. He sees Jones in the middle and puts it on a plate for him. Brilliant ball. Excellent finish. Leamington 3, Worthing 0. Main plays the ball long. Headed by Berry onto Phillips. Fried Jones back to Phillips once more. This is a great run from Phillips, who's on for a hat-trick, remember. Can he go all the way? That's another excellent stop from the goalkeeper. Fired in by Phillips and tipped over the crossbar. And it's Phillips to take the corner. Headed away by Talbot to McLaughlin. On to Carson. Looks at the back post, and it's headed out for another Leamington corner. Phillips to take. Headed away. Only as far as McLaughlin. McGee. McLaughlin has a go from distance. And that's a great finish. The Worthing goalkeeper's had such a good game, but has let that one slip through his arms. Good effort from McLaughlin, which finds the back of the net. Leamington 4, Worthing 0. Nice one too with McGee. Touched out his feet and curled from distance. I do feel Maine should really have got there. Leamington won't care. It's in the back of the net. And there goes a full-time whistle. A dominant display from Leamington. As the game ends, Leamington 4, Worthing United 0. Before we get to our third pre-season game against Quorn, we have made another signing. This time it is 20-year-old Fletcher Hubert. He comes in from Braintree, having made 37 appearances and scoring 3 goals. He is versatile. He can play on both the left wing and the attacking midfield centre. So we'll look forward to see how he gets on in the upcoming season. And it's Quan that get us underway on this rainy day. Of course, you'll remember this is the club that we created an affiliation with, where we can send some players out on loan. We don't really have anyone we can send yet with our youth players, not quite old enough to be sent on loan. However, when they do, we will send them here to give them some experience. And it's Dan Meredith now. Plays the ball forward to Miro Pais. Williams with a go and just over the crossbar. Crowther now with the ball. Flint plays it long. Intercepted though, but Harper knocks it down for Miro Pais, who has a chance to run. Can he get a shot off? He decides to pull it back to the edge of the area to Williams. Great strike, in off the post. And Leamington have the breakthrough. Miro Pais running to the byline, cuts it back, sees Williams, and he smashes it into the near post. Good finish. Leamington 1, Quan 0. Burton now with the throw. Phillips turns inside onto his right foot, finds Williams once more at the edge of the area, and this time he strikes the crossbar. Harper plays it to Burton, who has a go. And it's cleared away only as far as Flint. Great effort from Williams. So unlucky to strike the crossbar. Farmer intercepts it at the edge of his own area and a chance to run. He's got a player inside. He ignores him for now, gets to the byline, crosses it in and finds Phillips at the back post. And it's another goal for Phillips during pre-season. Brilliant run by Farmer. I thought he could have cut it inside to Miro Pais. Instead, he gets to the byline, fires it to the back post, and Phillips slots it into an empty net. Leamington 2, Corn 0. Meredith with the throw. Miro Pais plays it to Flint, back to Meredith, to Williams on the edge of the area, finds Phillips once more, and this time it goes over the crossbar. Meredith now bringing the ball forwards, heads towards the byline, crosses the ball in, and headed away just to the edge of the area to Williams, inside to Harper. Flint, back to Williams. He has a go from distance once more, and he's cracked the crossbar once again. Phillips now cuts inside, and that's a great stop from the goalkeeper and out for a corner. Miro Pais to take the corner. Puts the ball in, and it's met by the header Crowther, who heads it past the goalkeeper. And Leamington do find a third. It was a brilliant effort from Williams from the edge of the area. Right-footed, past the goalkeeper, smashed against the crossbar. He was so unlucky, he could have had a hat-trick today. But the ball does still find its way in the net. Miro Pais with the corner, Crowther with the header, and past the goalkeeper. 3-0. Oliver River plays the ball. Great pass to Miro Pais. Ball comes in and Phillips heads it into the net. He gets his second of the game. Brilliant from Leamington. River knocked it out to Miro Pais. Runs into the edge of the box. Right-footed, sees Phillips unmarked. And he actually chests it into the back of the net. Leamington 4 to the good now. There goes the half-time whistle. Leamington 4, 1-0. And as always during pre-season, we will swap the whole team round. I'm unsure who's going to be the starting goalkeeper between River and Brady. It's a chance for Brady to show what he can do. Kirk comes on for Meredith. Bailey Berry and McGee for Crowther and Perry. Carson's going to make an appearance in place of Burton. Matthews and McLaughlin for Williams and Flint. Fry Jones is going to come on for Harper. The new boy Hubbard is going to come on for Phillips. And finally, Edwards for Miro Pais. Brady goes along with the kick, looking for Owen Farmer, and he does find him, but he's knocked it on. Carson intercepts onto Hubbard. Fry Jones back to Hubbard. He's still going, and his effort is just over the crossbar. Good run by Hubbard. Kirk now with the ball. Berry to McLaughlin. Great ball to Edwards, but it's intercepted by Stewart and out for a throw-in. Kirk to take. Edwards back to Kirk. Matthews. Kirk once more into Edwards. Fry Jones to McLaughlin. Hubbard out to Carson. Back to Hubbard once more. And he has a go and he cracks the crossbar. That would have been a great start to his Leamington career. And the ball does end up in the back of the net though. Edwards plays it inside to Farmer and he slots it into the bottom corner. Ball came off the crossbar, bounced to Kirk, inside to Edwards. Finds Farmer, right-footed into the bottom corner. Leamington 5-0. Owen Farmer to take the corner. And it's met by the head of Hayden Carson, and he has his first Leamington goal. Great corner from Farmer. Excellent header from Carson, jumps above everyone and heads it into the back of the net. Leamington now with 6 goals. McGee plays the ball forwards and out for a throw-in. It's a quick substitution that should have been made at half-time. Martin Friday coming on for Owen Farmer. McGee comes forward with the ball. Great ball to Hubbard. pulls the ball back to the edge of the area to Carson, back to Hubbard. McLaughlin with a go, and it's just over the crossbar. Good football from the three Newsters. Edwards now, onto Martin Friday. Edwards finds Hubbard out on the left. Looks to go inside, but it's intercepted and cleared away. Met by the head of Kirk, onto Edwards. Looks for the cross. He finds it, and he finds Hubbard at the back post. It trickled all the way through, and Hubbard does have a goal on his first appearance as he slots it into an empty net. Good run from Edwards. He looked for Fry Jones, who just missed the ball, but it fell to Hubbard, who slots it into the net. Leamington 7-0. McLaughlin onto Fry Jones. Kirk now with the ball. Plays it back to McGee. McLaughlin. McGee plays it forward to Hubbard. Back to Carson with a chance to have another one. And he does put it into the back of the net, left-footed, across the goalkeeper, into the far corner. And it's now 8-0. Good ball forward to Hubbard. Sees Carson on the edge of the area. Brilliant first touch. And his second one's even better as it flies into the back of the net. 2 on the day for Carson. And a goal and assist for Hubbard. Excellent performance. Brady goes along with the kick. Headed by Bacon, only as far as Edwards. Fry Jones. Great run by Jones. He has a go from distance and he's hit the crossbar. It was a brilliant lobbed shot over the goalkeeper, but it hit the top of the crossbar. So unlucky. "10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Another dominant performance from Leamington, which of course is to be expected. As Kirk clears the ball away, finds Edwards on the right. A chance to go forward again. He's already got 2 assists to his name. Can he find the goal? He cuts inside, and that's a brilliant run and an excellent stop from the goalkeeper, who knocks it behind for a corner. Hubbard to take the corner. Met by the head of Berry, and I think he hit the crossbar again. Edwards to McGee, out to Carson, who's on for a hat-trick, remember. Good tackle by Barbo. And there goes the full-time whistle. Good performance from Leamington. 39 shots in the game. And they finish 8-0 winners. So after a perfect start to pre-season with 3 wins from 3 with no goals conceded, albeit against lesser opposition, we do have a little bit tougher a challenge in the next 2 games with away fixtures at 2 teams in the National League South. We are going to skip past these, however, and jump straight to our first game in the National League away at Southend United. As you can see, it will be a tough fixture. Southend are predicted to finish second in the league, whereas we are predicted to finish just above the relegation in 19th place. I do hope we'll be a lot better than that. I do want to be in and around the promotion places, so with a bit of luck, we can get off to a good start against Southend and build from there. We are about to get into our first league fixture away at Southend United, But before then, we will take a look back and see how we got on in those final 2 pre-season fixtures. There were 2 new signings available for both those games. The first one coming in on loan, you'll recognise. He was with us last year as backup right back, and he'll perform the same role this year. It's Ollie Stevenson. Played 33 times for us last year, and he comes in on loan till the end of the season from Watford. We've also brought in an attacking midfielder by the name of Excellent Ikpeama. He comes in on loan from Bristol City. He does have very good stats there, so I'm hoping he'll have a very successful season with us. We have also managed to renew a lot of the players' contracts whose contracts were running out at the end of this season. Dan Meredith has signed a new 3-year deal. D'Amico Burton also on a 3-year deal. Eddie Brady has signed a 4-year deal. Important one here, Owen Farmer has agreed to a new 4-year deal. Ewan Williams, also important, on a 4-year deal. Miro Pais did get a work permit. He signed a new 3-year deal. Martin Friday, also on a 3-year deal. And finally, Archie Crowther signed the papers for a new 2-year contract. As you can see, things didn't really go to plan in our game against Farnborough. Although we dominated the match, 24 shots. We did only draw the game 2-2, thanks to a very late Fried Jones goal. Edwards and Fried Jones linking up well for both the goals. Edwards getting the first in the 51st minute, and Jones equalising in the last minute, thanks to an assist from Edwards. As you can see, we fared much better in this game. Dominating once more, 26 shots, and winning the game 3-0. Goals from Phillips and a brace from Martin Friday meant we head into our first league game of the season on the back of a very promising performance. So after all the transfer and contract news, this will be your starting lineup for our first fixture in the National League away at Southend United. In goals, we have Oliver River. Our defence will be Dan Meredith, Archie Crowther, Captain Callum Perry. D'Amico Burton comes in for the suspended Carson. Flint and Williams will be our defensive midfielders. Miro Pais, Excellent, and Joshua Phillips will be our attacking midfielders. And finally, Owen Farmer will be our striker. On the substitute bench, we have Ethan McLaughlin, Ollie Stevenson, Emmanuel Chander, Bailey Berry, Callum Edwards, Fletcher Hubbard, and finally Martin Friday. And it's Southend that get us underway in the dark blue. Leamington in their away strip of the lighter blue. This is a big opportunity for Leamington to show what they're capable of in this league. It's Southend that come on the attack with Austin. It's a good challenge by D'Amico Burton. Gives it to Williams, inside to Flint. Williams comes forward with the ball. Excellent, great ball to Burton. Can he find a pass? He can, and it's Phillips. 5 minutes into his league debut, he puts Leamington ahead. Brilliant football from Leamington. Excellent, plays it down to Burton. Drives towards the byline. Sees Phillips alone in the middle, and he slots it past the goalkeeper. Brilliant finish. It's Leamington 1, Southend United 0. Can Leamington push on and put down a real marker for the season? Taylor now with the ball for Southend. Plays it forward to O'Neill. Intercepted once more by Burton. Williams knocks it forward. And Owen Farmer's found himself in. He's brought down by Gubbins, was he? He was. Was he the last man? The referee deems not, and it's just a yellow card. But Leamington really causing problems for Southend as Williams looks to take the free kick. He has a go, and that's an excellent stop from the goalkeeper, and it's out for a corner. Meredith now with the throw. Excellent. Plays it to Miro Pais. Onto Farmer. Great ball out wide to Phillips on the left. He takes on the fullback. He doesn't. He cuts back. D'Amico Burton looks for the cross, and it deflects wide for a corner. Scored a few goals from corners in pre-season. Can they do it in a league game? As Owen Farmer takes. Ball comes in, and it's headed away. But Phillips catches it on the edge of the area, brings it on his left foot and strikes it just over the crossbar. This has been an excellent first half so far by Leamington. Crowther with the ball. Goes all the way back to the goalie, River. The captain, Perry, knocks it to Burton. He looks to take on the fullback. He does find a cross towards Miro Pais, and it's tipped away by the goalkeeper, but it's deflected in. Austin went for the clearance, bounced off his own player, and ends up in the back of the net. A calamity from Southend. Leamington won't care. The 2 up. And absolutely cruising. Great header from Pais, tipped away by the goalie. And there it is. Austin just smashes the ball at Bure. And it ends up in the back of the net. Southend United 0, Leamington 2. Archie Crowther now with the ball. Flint goes back to River. Crowther. Great ball forward to Miro Pais. Crosses it in towards Phillips, and it's Owen Farmer that got there first and headed agonisingly over the bar. Dan Meredith with the ball at the back. Plays it to Williams. D'Amico Burton, who's had a great game out on that left-hand side. To Phillips. Looked for Owen Farmer, but they weren't quite on the same wavelength there. That'll come throughout the season, hopefully. Perry now with the ball. Plays it to Crowther. To Meredith. Miro Pais. Great turn on the ball. And he's already been booked. Will this be a red card for the fullback? It is. 36 minutes gone, and things get from bad to worse for Southend. As they lose one of their centre-backs to a red card. And already being 2-0 down, it makes it so much harder. A brilliant first half performance from Leamington. They've absolutely dominated this game. And now playing the second half against 10 men. Can they go and get some more goals? And it is Leamington that get us underway. Phillips heads the ball on, collected by Austin. A rare opportunity as Southend United coming forwards. Boys now with the ball. Puts it into the box towards Davison, and it is over the crossbar. The first real opportunity for Southend United there. As Leamington look to the substitute bench, a couple of tired players. Edwards come on for the brilliant Miro Pais. Stevenson for Dan Meredith. Martin Friday's going to come on for Owen Farmer. And Hubbard for excellent. .20 minutes to go, and they're going to use the final substitution. Chander's going to come on for the excellent Burton. As Davison now up there on his own. Inside to O'Neill. Great ball out to Boys. Cuts it back to the edge of the area. And that's a great effort. That finds the back of the net. And Leon Chambers, Para-Leon, has pulled the deficit back for 10-man Southend. It's now Leamington 2, Southend 1. It's not been a great second half by Leamington. And Thomas, he's took the ball away there. Can they find a second? Perry gets back and makes up for the mistake. What has happened to Leamington this second half? Good header by Perry, onto Phillips. Plays it inside to Hubbard. Great ball to Edwards out on the right, but he just mistimes his run. Stevenson heads the ball straight to Taylor. Plenty of Leamington shirts back, and Flint knocks it to Hubbard. A great ball again to Edwards. Good shot, and he finds the back of the net. Brilliant finish from Callum Edwards. Hubbard, playing in the attacking midfield role, slots the ball into Edwards. I thought he was going to cross it. Instead, he fires it across the goalkeeper and it goes in off the far post. It's now Leamington 3, Southend United 1. Williams now with the ball deep inside the Leamington half. Plays it out right to Stevenson. Flint knocks it ball forward to Hubbard, who plays in Edwards once more. Can he get a shot away? He can, and this time it's stopped by the goalkeeper. Those two are linking up very well. As Phillips goes across to take the corner. Ball comes in and it's headed upwards and away by Southend. Stevenson collects. Puts the ball back in towards Phillips. He does collect the ball. Plays it to Williams on the edge of the area and it deflects into the back of the net. Great effort from Ewan Williams. He scored one from distance in pre-season and he's just done it again with the help of a deflection. That Southend goal really woke Leamington up. As the scoreline now reads Leamington 4, Southend 1. Great play by Phillips. Into Williams. Strikes it first time. Bit fortunate with the deflection, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. And it flies into the back of the net. just coming into stoppage time, and it's Beckwith with the Southend corner, headed away by Friday. Austin picks it up, Thomas, and they found the back of the net once more. You can see why they're one of the favourites to get promoted. Played most of the game with 10 men and still managed to score 2 goals, as Leamington looked to go forward straight away. Davison. It's great play from Davison as he gets towards the byline. Can he find a cross? He can. And Oliver River, the tall unit, grabs the ball out of the air, and it's exactly what the defenders wanted. Plays the ball long. Finds Hubbard, who brings it down nicely. He has a go from distance, and it's just over the crossbar. He's had a great game since he came on. And there goes the final whistle. Leamington get off to a winning start in the National League. Remember, predicted to finish 19th in the league. Southend predicted to finish 2nd. And they come away with a 4-2 victory. Brilliant start to the season. So after that excellent result away at Southend United, we are going to end the video there. When we come back, I think we're going to come back for the National League Cup game against Chelsea reserves. With a bit of luck, they'll have some of their bigger players out in the reserves, so we can really test to see where we are as a team. As always, the games from the Altrincham and Woking game will be put out in a separate video, so you can see them before the next episode comes out. If not, I will go through the results at the start of the next episode. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.